Good morning, y'all. Well, we are leaving Thunder Hill Shelter. It is a chilly 42 degrees and headed down to the James River. And if you're wondering, yes, I fought the mice all night. Those little critters were crawling all around me, up and down my backpack, behind my head. I do not like mice. But yeah, there were quite a few people there at that shelter. A few people going southbound. Starting to see more and more southbounders who had started at Harper's Ferry, which is kind of the halfway point, headed to Georgia, and then they will turn around and go back to Harper's Ferry and go north to Katahdin, or they go to Katahdin and hike south again back to Harper's Ferry where they started. But yeah, we're seeing the Sobos, as we call them. Obviously, I'm going Nobo, northbound. And that's what's going on today. Fought the mice, had some quick little granola and breakfast, and it's actually trying to rain and sleet as I'm walking right now. So hopefully that doesn't persist. And that's about it. I've been walking now, I think 11 days in a row. So I am ready for a day off, a 0 day. And my same friends in Lynchburg come into James River to pick me up. So I'm excited about that. And I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, but it won't be hiking, I can assure you that. So yeah, hopefully this rain and sleet holds off, and we'll talk to you later.
I heard the mouse whines.
So we're making our way down the mountain, down to the mighty James River. And at that point, we will actually cross over a long footbridge, which is 1,000 feet long, and it's actually the longest footbridge on the Appalachian Trail. It was built by the wood from a demolished CSX railway bridge, and it actually opened in the year 2000. And though it is a footbridge, it's actually named after a guy named Bill Foote, and not just a pedestrian footbridge. It is Virginia's largest river here at the James, and it begins in these mountains at the confluence of the Cowpasture and Jackson River, way out the western edge of the state. And it flows 340 miles back through Richmond and empties into the Chesapeake Bay. The Native Americans called it the Powhatan River after Chief Powhatan Confederacy. And the colonists at Jamestown named it the James River after King James I in the year 1607. And it played a huge role in early Virginia's commerce and the settlement of the interior as people moved westward. Most of the navigation actually stopped at the fall line in Richmond. It was proposed to connect the James River to the Kanawha River, which is part of the Ohio River system, via a canal and a turnpike. But the railroads emerged in the early 1800s, and that was the more practical technology, and the project was never completed. But the river did play an important part of the Civil War, as we will soon find out. Hey y'all. So the day has come to an end. I made it to the James River bridge, and my friends Bob and Myra picked me up, brought me over to Lynchburg, same place I was here a couple weeks ago, which was actually my last zero at Easter. And yeah, had a had a nice time visit with them this afternoon, and was able to get all cleaned up and do my laundry and all the good stuff. But I had a good day. You know, I was hiking the last 3 or 4 days with a nice couple from Colorado. He's already done the AT, but she was finishing up some sections that she hadn't completed. So that was Rocket and Stockings, and had a nice visit with them and chat, and basically hiked with them most of the day today, coming off the mountain and down to James River. So yeah, it's had to say goodbye to them. They're going into a hostel, and I'm coming over here with friends, and I don't think they're taking a zero. So they'll be moving on tomorrow, and I'll be resting after 11 days of hiking in the woods. One thing I failed to mention was last night I was in the shelter and was fighting off the mice that I mentioned, but there was a bear box there that we could put our food in. We didn't have to hang our food in the trees. And one of the guys that was tenting over near the bear box said that he heard something over there, and he shined a light over it, and there was a bear trying to get in the bear box where our food was. So shined the light on it, and it took off running and came back in about an hour. Heard it again, shined a big light on him, and we took off again. So, yep, bears are out. They were there. I had heard something during the night, but I didn't hear it in that direction, so I don't know what it was I heard. But that's what happened there, and it was pretty easy hike today, to be honest. We had one big hill to get over, High Cock Knob. Yes, that's the name of it, High Cock Knob, believe it or not. And then came down that, which was almost like 5,000 feet descent. So it was a long downhill down to the river. And yeah, that was it. It was a nice day. It wasn't too hot and didn't rain. But they are calling for some rain on Sunday, so I got to sort some of that out. But good day, and made it to the river. Mile marker 787, I think is where I am. And yeah, got to figure out logistics over the next 4 or 5 days up to Waynesboro before I go into the Shenandoah National Park. Our son is graduating from the University of Kentucky, and I have to catch a flight to Lexington. I'll be leaving out of Dulles Airport over in the DC area. So I have another friend that lives up there, and he's going to help me with all that transport. So that's about it. I'm doing well, and no major injuries, but mentally just tired of hiking 11 days in a row, some of which were big days, 26, I think there was a 22 in there, or 24 or something in there. So that's it. I'll zero tomorrow. I probably will post a video tomorrow. It'll be just a small one. But thanks again to everybody for watching and all the comments. And I'll be answering all the comments and getting back to you. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.